Welcome to Journaling Gem Life, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today, I'm going to update you a little bit on what has been going on, why I haven't posted in such a long time, and of course, I am going to share with you and walk you through my planners for 2026. So, are you ready for this video? Well, I am. So let's just dive right in. So first of all, I want to thank everyone out there that has commented and sent me DMs asking me how I'm doing, like if I'm okay. And I really, really appreciate it. And yes, I am doing okay. I'm going to share with you what's been going on, why I haven't made any videos in a very, very long time. And basically, it's like one of the last things that I shared with you guys was that I ended up losing my job because because of my health issues. And so the road going forward from that is to apply for disability. And that is a major process. And so that's what's been going on. I've been really busy having a lot of testing, doctor's appointment, mapping out what I can and cannot do. And it drained me completely. So I was so, I was struggling so bad with trying to just get through the day. At my lowest, right before Christmas, I just had one goal, and that was to have enough energy to actually take a shower once a week. So it was really, really bad, and that is why I have not been posting anything. So what have I been doing? Well, I have been really busy, just not with things that spend my energy. Like you guys know that whenever I'm on here, I'm doing hauls and everything. I really put all of my energy into it. And so when I didn't have any, I had packages sit on my desks for weeks. Like I wanted so badly to film it and show you guys all the beautiful stuff that I have gotten, and I could not do it. I did not have the energy. So I ended up just opening everything myself and yeah, just for me, not for everybody else, but just for me to have something to do. And I could just, like, normally where I would really be all over the place on camera, I would just sit in my chair. Like I got the advent calendar from the Rosy Life, and let me just tell you, that box was amazing. That's the best box I have ever seen in an unboxing, in my opinion. I was so thrilled when I got that, and I had decided I wanted to film it, and I wanted to open all of them right away in one video. Not like I did last year when I did one item per day. But it was sitting on my desk for 2 weeks, and I just did not have the energy. So finally, I just took it with me to the living room, sat in my chair, in my PJs, and just opened them. And I was just, the best thing I could do was I was smiling. That's it. I didn't even share anything. It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. So thank you so much for all your concerns and, asking me how I'm doing. I really appreciate that. I really treasure that. That did something to me. So thank you. So what will happen moving forward? Well, I think I'm over the worst now, but I'm not quite there. So there might still be a few things left that I need to get done. So to be honest, I don't know. now I have had a few weeks where I sort of could get back on my feet, and that's why I wanted to jump in and make this video. I don't know how long it will be until I can be back on camera when I have enough energy on a regular basis to do a video, but I'm gonna try and see. I'm happy if I'm able to make one video per week as of now, but it's sort of like a waiting game. I have to wait and see what the government says to what I have done and what they need me to do, etc. So right now it's just a waiting game. But yeah, that's sort of it. And so when it comes down to it, what I've been doing is I haven't really journaled a lot. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna do a flip through, and I'm gonna share with you. But what I have been doing is actually anything and everything else, because I did planners for 2 years, and that's fine. And I did a lot of journaling, and I was in that mental stage where I needed to journal. I needed to keep a health journal and journal every day, but that kind of, I did not have the energy to do that. So I sort of put the books to the side and only did my bare minimum, like what I needed to do. But I have done so many other things, guys. I have done decoupaging, working with air dry clay. I am beading. I am bead weaving to some extent. I am making jewelry. I made all the Christmas gifts this year. So I was really busy. And I was thinking all of this time, like, gosh, I would have loved to just turn the camera on and film it. But I don't have the energy, because you do need extra energy. Like, if you make your own videos, you know what I'm talking about. It takes a lot of energy to have the right kind of energy on camera for you guys to, cheer you up, get you excited. Yeah, show how I am actually feeling about things. And so, yeah, that's why I did everything off camera. But I have been loving it, and I wanted to share with you one of the things that I am really going to try and do and put myself into is actually acrylic painting. I have not done a lot of that, and so I just want to show you one thing that I've done and show you like how bad I am. I have painted a few paintings before, like just jobbing down something, but that was many years ago. And so I have watched YouTube videos on techniques and things, and I made this one picture, and it's so awful. It's so bad, guys. It's so bad. Look at this. So I know some of you is going to say, well, that doesn't look that bad, but let me walk you through this. I have done everything wrong in this picture that you can possibly do wrong. First of all, I started out with a deep color and I wanted to blend it. So I thought I used white, but I did mixed media instead. And so it didn't whiten anything. And then I got like all stressed out about it, and I started doing purple, and I didn't wet my canvas. I didn't prep my canvas. So it just dried up, as you can see, with all the streaks in here. And so I'm like, okay, the sky's gone. That's not how I wanted it at all. Let's just move on to the mountains. And I use the mountains, and it's just a blob. I do have like the basics on it, like do the black underneath and then drag it out, make snow. But I did not let the layers dry before adding more. So it was just blending wet in wet. Same with the trees. I used a fan brush, and I'm like, this isn't working. Well, 2 reasons. First of all, I didn't let it dry before I started adding on the lighter colors. So it just became a blob. And it just blended and blended, and I could do that forever. And the second is, the fan brush that I was using is not a hog brush, so with hog bristles, so it's not hard. It was super soft, which is terrible for making trees and short grass, which I was trying to do here. So it ended up being this long kind of blobbiness. So had I done a waterfall, that would have been great for the brush that I had, but I didn't do that. So I used all the wrong brushes and techniques and everything for this picture. So this is like, okay, I got a lot to learn. So I have bought like a ton of pencils and equipments and things so that I can really try and learn to get better at it. So these are just one of the things, and I'm making jewelry and doing all this stuff. So I have a question for you guys. When I get back full time, sort of, kind of, on YouTube, because I am planning on coming back at some point, I just don't know exactly when. Is there something other than the planners that you would like to see? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? What would you like me to show you guys? Like my whole process. I'm not here to teach you this is how you do things, because as you can clearly see, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I can take you along in the process of learning. And I think that is really valuable too, so that we can feel the community of being together in being bad at things and learning things. So if there's anything that you would like me to put on camera and share with you, then just leave a comment down below and let me know what you would like to see. What do you like to do in addition to your books? Because I have seen your videos out there, and I see that a lot of you making planner videos also do a lot of other stuff. So what tickles your fancy? What would you like to see? I would love to hear that and yeah, show my process on the camera. So let me put this to the side. Now let's see, what have I done concerning my planners and concerning 2026? Well, as I shared, I think one of the last things that I shared was how I had ordered the A5 Slim horizontal compact planner from Sterling Ink. And I wanted to use that as a main planner and monthly booklet in the N2 size, because that worked really well last year. And that's exactly what I did. I ordered that, and before I even got it in the mail, I had second thoughts. I'm like, why did I order that? Why didn't I just go for the N1 in a horizontal? I don't need to do it in a vertical, since, yeah, it didn't make sense to me. Why did I do that? And certainly, why did I put it into an A5 cover? Because that's going to make it just as big as bulky as if I had the Hobonichi. So the idea was, I wasn't going to use this. I was just going to have the book like this, so that it would feel a little bit smaller. I would feel the difference between a Hobonichi and this. But since I needed to have my N2 with me, and also my little helper with all my passwords and everything, I'm like, where do I have that? Where do I keep that in here? So it would just, I ended up putting it in here, and I ended up not liking it a whole lot. So I'm still gonna keep this, but this I'm gonna put to the side. But I want to show you how I set it up. So I have canceled all my subscriptions. I did get the advent calendar from the Rosy Life, just so I could set up a new planner, and that's exactly what I did. So I did this is some old vellum, but I got the 2026, and I set it up, and this is not the one that's supposed to be here. I'm supposed to have this one in here with my name, and I put in some vellums, and I really went all in and decorated, and I love how this looks. I really do. I love how it feels when I open it. And I tipped in some some of these as well. I just cut them down a little bit. I did get the B6 size for the vellums in the advent calendar because I knew that I could just trim it a little bit. Like, no, actually, I did have to. Normally a B6 is the same width as an A5 slim. So normally you don't have to cut them down in a B6. But I think Linda made them just a teeny tiny bit too big so that we could cut them properly into our books. And so that's why it doesn't go all the way to the top or the bottom. I chose to put these in the middle. Normally I would put it on the top and add like this big washi down at the bottom, but I decided to go washi on top and bottom instead. So I did not set up any goals because I have my goals from last year and I'm sort of in the middle of it. So I don't know if I wanted to transfer the rest and then plan on ahead, but I think it's too far. There's things that needs to happen first before I can actually start to pave the road, if you know what I mean. So I just waited with that. Then I set this up. Like, I wanted to use this as a tracker. As you can see, it did not stick at all. So I wanted to do like a weekly, like not a weekly, an everyday thing. A few things that I want to do every day, and then just the hours of sleep, because I have made one main goal this year, and that is my health. And one of those things, the main goal, is sleep and getting back on track, working on sleeping at night, because the last 6 months, at least, I have not been able to sleep with everything going on. I have been dead tired, but I could not sleep. So I wouldn't fall asleep until like somewhere between 4 and 6 a.m. in the morning. And then, I would have appointments at 10 o'clock. I mean, how do you do that? So this year I am focusing on, I need to get my sleep order back because I need to be able to function during the day. No matter what happens and what I fill my days with, I still want that normal sleep rhythm. So there's that. So I didn't have the option here to put down the proper hours, because I don't put down just how many hours of sleep. It's important for me, when do you sleep? So my goal is to be in bed by 10, maybe read a little bit, not more than like 11 p.m., and then go to sleep and get up around 7 a.m. That's a normal rhythm, like if I was working. So it's really important to me to write down when, and that is why this didn't work. I tried to just put in how many hours of sleep, and then I would write down when. So 5 to, I think it says 15. So 5 to 3, and 5 to 2. So as you can see, I have been way off with my sleeping. So that's a big focus. And then I set up the monthly, and I love this. I wanted to use the Pink Winter theme box 1.0, not the one that she had for 2025, but this is actually from 2024. And I had so much left over, and I just added in stickers from Temu, because that's what I'm going to do this year. And I told you guys that I wanted to be, I'm not going to set out to have a no-buy year, because that's, to me, is not, I know it's not going to work. But a low buy, I would say, a low buy year. So I want to try and use what I got, because I have so many stickers, both from the Rosy Life. I still have a lot left from Harriet Wright Design, even though I only had her for a few months. I still have a lot left, and not to mention all my Temu stuff. So the idea why I got the A5 Slim was because I wanted to make these collages right here. Look how gorgeous this is. It's big, it's bold, and it's a lot of mixed things. And yeah, I really went all in to making this. This is all upside down because I flipped my book and I forgot that I had it upside down. But who cares? So yeah, and look at this. This is all a mix of the Rosy Life things and from Temu. So this is why I got the A5 Slim and not the N1, to have more space for this. But in my weeklies, I wanted to do it simple. So what I did was I set it up the first week. Okay, is here. And I really did not like it. I mean, the decorating is fine, but there's barely anything written. And at the same time, I was like, I miss rapid logging or memory keeping of some sort. And I don't have the space to do that here. So I started questioning everything. And then I went into the other week and I said, first of all, I need my sleep tracker back, because that is my main focus every single day. So I need that, but I can put that in here. That's okay. So I put in priorities, to-dos, and then it hit me. I'm like, you know what? What would be perfect was actually the weekly notebook booklet from Papertess Design. But I do not want to get 3 different books to have one book when I can have everything in one book, in one planner. And you don't get it in the TN size at Papertess. If you want the weekly notebook, it is a week size. So I'm like, what do? I started looking around and I actually came across the Faded Chronicle TN for this year, and I really fell in love with that. Had I known, I would not have gotten this, but this cost me a lot. It's super expensive to get this to Norway, especially these days with Trump and all. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to spend $70 for a Faded Chronicle, and then shipping, and then taxes. It's not happening. I have this planner, so if I want a big planner, I can do this. But at this point, I ordered a new weekly notebook from Papertess Design, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. So I kept doing my thing, and I decided, because I came across a channel on YouTube. I can never remember. I am so sorry. I want to give a big shout out to the person who showed me, but I don't have that right now. But anyway, this is not my idea. I just want to let you know, I stole this idea from another woman. She's amazing. I'm gonna see if I can find her channel and link it down below for you guys if you want to go check it out. She does amazing things with her books. So here is more like how I wanted it to be. It started making more sense to me. So I have like the weather up here, down here, and then I have all my appointments, and then I have important, to do, meal, next week, and then I set this up Monday to Sunday, and I write down how I'm feeling and one thing that I'm grateful for. I really miss that. I use that in my health planner, and I'm not doing a health planner, so I'm like, I need to incorporate this somehow. And I did like how this looked, and I thought, well, I'm still missing the rapid logging, and that's sort of where the vertical comes in that I used to do. So I thought, well, what if I make vertical matching vertical week in the back here? I can still do like my journaling pages. So I did set up the week, and this is how far it got. Nothing. Empty. So I tried once more, and I really went for it. And yeah, I did better, but I still don't like it. So I'm like, no, Not gonna time block, but I do miss rapid logging. So we got to the next week and my new planner came. So I immediately jumped into that. So that's basically all I've done in this planner. But I do have it if I want to go back. It's still here. It's going to be waiting for me. So I'm just going to put it to the side for now. And I'm going to show you what I'm actually using. So first of all, I did bring back the N2. And I love how this turned out. So we did get some Rosy Posies from the Rosy Life advent calendar. And normally I don't like Rosy Posy, but for some reason, every time I get one, I love it. so I was sold, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to use Rosy Posy in this little planner. So moving forward at my pace, which is exactly what I need and what I have shown to the people around me, testing me and everything, that I need to do everything in my pace. It's not that I can't do anything, because I can do things, but I need to do it in my own pace. And that is not aligning up with a normal work life, everyday life, where people are expecting things to happen at certain times. That's not going to work for me. So this is my mojo for 2026, my own pace. And I just set up this. I'm just going to dot in the moon phases, like the new moon and the full moon. And that's basically it. I'm not going to be using any of this, like gold breaking down or anything like this. No, not doing any of this. I'm only using this to throw it in my purse and have it with me whenever I have an appointment, so I don't double book. And I have been doing really well in this. I love how it turned out. And now I have the potential. I can, since I'm not waiting for any subscription, I have everything I need right here at this desk and in some drawers, etc. I can actually set this whole thing up right now. I can decorate whenever I want. I can decorate September today if I wanted to. So it's going to make things a lot easier. I don't have to wait on anything. And so I'm thinking of setting this whole thing up so that it's done and matching it with this one. So what am I doing here? Well, I love the fact that I get to use this cover again, because I fell in love with it the moment we got it in. I think this came in the travel, the journaling and travel theme box, and I am just loving it. So I have the weekly notebook from Papertess Design, and I put in one of the pockets in here so I can have some stickers matching up with the vellums, because I have a ton of vellums that I can reuse, and that I can put into my planners. I have so much stuff. It's not gonna last me 1 year. I have enough to last me at least 5 years, at least, I think. So we'll just see how it goes. And I set it up with the advent calendar box that we got from the Rosy Life. So when it comes to the Rosy Life, I'm not an affiliate. I'm not looking to be an affiliate anytime soon at the moment. But last year I did have a code. It was Elin10, and you could get 10% off everything, regular items from the Rosy Life Planner. Now, I have not reached out to Linda because I don't strive to keep that code. But if it's still available, feel free to use it. I do not make anything from that. It is just a service to you guys and for her shop, because I truly love all of her products. It's not that I'm not buying anything because I don't like it. It's because I just have an abundance of things that I need to use up. So I still highly recommend her stuff. It is gorgeous. So if you want to jump over and have a look in her shop, It does not apply for the subscription kits, theme boxes, or planners and notebooks, but all the extras from the kits and book boxes, when they come up for regular prices, then you can use the code ELIN10 to get 10% off. If that code does not work, I would really love it if you just left me a comment like it's not working anymore, just so I know. I will not do anything to get it back right now, but it's a nice to know basis. So if I get a word that is not working, then I'm not gonna like advertise for it. So yeah, you know what I mean. So what have I done here? Well, I set it up sort of the same way, and I actually brought back this book from last year and started using that just to test it out before I ordered it, and I really missed it. All of last year I tried the Rosy Compact Vertical, and I also did this one, the weekly notebook, and both times I just threw it to the side and I was like, it's too small. I can't do it. It's too small. And yet I kept bringing it back because I was super surprised when I looked into the 2025 book that I had actually used that a lot. So that tells me that this is the perfect size for me, especially right now when I'm not journaling every day and I'm not doing all of these things that I used to do. This is actually going to work perfectly. So I set it up and I decorated, and again I'm just going to do like it didn't come with the monthly name. It only had 1, 2, 7, 8, etc. So these stickers are actually from Sterling Ink, from her kit for undated planners. I have a ton left over from that, so I decided why not use it. So again, I'm just gonna dot in the moon phases and that's it. For this one, I was actually thinking, in my health goal, another thing that I want to focus on is actually getting outside just a little bit every day to get some fresh air, to move around. I don't need to go for long walks. I don't have to exercise. That's not the point. The point is to just get out and get some fresh air. So I'm not going to write down how many steps I'm doing. I'm not going to write down how long, like distance I walked. I want to write down how many minutes was I outside. Did I go for a 10-minute walk, or was I outside playing in the snow for 20 minutes? It doesn't matter what I do. It's just being outside. So as you can see, that's pretty blank for now. And the reason is we started off the new year with a Arctic blizzard. We really had some heavy snow coming. And then came the cold after that. So we were down to where I live. We had down to 20 below freezing. I don't know how many Fahrenheit it is, but in Celsius we had -20. Water freezes at 0 when it comes to Celsius. So it's been cold. I did not want to be outside when it was that cold. Then came the rain, and now it's going to freeze, so it's going to be ice. And I don't walk on black ice, just saying. So yeah, there's not been a whole lot of progress when it comes to this particular thing, but we will get there. We will get there. And I want to keep that in here. And then I have not actually set this up. I want to use this as a swatch sheet. So I want to have the January sticker. I want to do all my tombos and my washies. And down here, I'm thinking, since I might want to set this up all at once, it would be nice to know what type of kit I'm using. Because I do have like these Booklet kits from Temu. So for February, I know I will be using the blue winter theme Booklet. And so I can just write it down here. So when I get to February, I will know exactly what kits to bring out. So I can write down if I have a kit that I'm using, or I can just write down like Rosy Life, Temu, white sticker, just some keywords so that I know what to look for, what to take out. And I have that all set up front, so it's just a matter of finding it when I'm going to set it up and use it. That's the idea behind it. Then this one, I am going to divide this in half, and I'm going to mark off important dates, and I'm going to write down whether it's birthdays, holidays, and then the other half I'm going to use for projects. So for instance, we know this summer we need to paint our house. We have done some work. Last summer we actually got some stuff done up at the cabin, some painting there. We still have a lot left, so we do it little by little and we take our time with it, but there is a lot to be done. So that's what I'm going to write down. What do I need to do in January? What do I do in February? Just so I can divide things over the whole year, not have everything going on in like 2 months, because that's not going to work for me. Slow like a turtle is how it goes. Then I set up January, and this is how I want to keep it. I want to keep it consistent. So I I have a lot, both in gold and in silver, of these weekday stickers. So I'm going to use gold. Like this was pink and gold, so I used gold up here. I used the numbers that came in the kit from the Rosy Life, and I do have enough for like I think 8 months, and then I have to just use my pens to just keep them black. That's it. But that's okay. I'm gonna start out with this and do this for as long as I have them, just to make sure that I use it up. So let me just need something to drink. Yeah. So that was the month. And then I did put in just a little divider. So my word of the year is health. And there's a lot of aspects. You have, like I said, sleep rhythm, and you have, movement and going outside, getting some fresh air when the sun comes back, because we don't have a lot of sun during the winter. Most times it's just gray. So when the sun comes back out and spring comes, I need to, if anything, just sit outside in the sun, soak up the sun. I need to do that. And it's also like food, because I used to, like for the last years, I've eaten like 1 meal per day. I've eaten dinner and that's it, because I slept half the day, woke up, my husband come home from work, make me dinner, we eat dinner, and then that's it. And I would snack at night, which is not good. So I have actually done a lot better. Now I do, if I sleep in, I at least do a lunch with some healthy food. And then we have dinner, and then when I feel like I need a snack at night, I actually make a big bowl of Greek salad, which is like, it's so good. I did not think it would be like, I thought that I would be, well, if I'm craving chocolate and chips and everything, what's a salad gonna do, But actually, when I do it properly, it really works. And I add some salt and pepper and a little bit of cheese in there and some seasoning, and it really does the trick. And I can eat a lot of that, so that's good. So yeah, there's several things, but my main goal is my sleep. And then I was thinking maybe I should write a letter to my future self. And that's a good idea. I just don't know what to write yet. So it's empty, but it's decorated. It looks pretty. Then we go into the weeks. So the first 2 weeks I did in my A5 Slim, and then I did this. And this is what I've been waiting for. It is cram packed, and I like how that looks. But at the same time, it's not too crammed. So I have the weather forecast for the whole week. I sit down every Saturday or Sunday, and set up the next week. So I have all of the weather forecast, so it's easy to plan. So if I'm going to go visit somebody and I know that we're going to have a major blizzard and 20 minus on Thursday, I'm not going to go on Thursday, right? I will know, okay, I need to go in the beginning of the week because the end of the week kind of looks bad. So it's easier to plan out. And then I have like my appointments, and I highlight the important thing when I need to go somewhere or be someplace. And then I write mail, a happy mail, recycling day. Then I have important stuff. Those are the two things that I really need to get done. And then a to-do list, what I would like to get done. That is completely something else. And then a little section for next week. If something comes up during the week that I can't do it right now, I have to wait till next week, I will write it down here. It's not often, but once it happens, it's really nice to have. And then I'm back to my sleep. So I can actually put in the hours. So from 10 p.m. to 1 p.m. And then my sleep. And I started out doing well, and then it fell apart. And I'm expecting this. This is going to happen for a long, long time, because my body is going to like do what I want to a certain point, and then it's going to start dragging. And then I have to pick myself up and start over. And so I'm very aware of that. And then you have a tracker. So I have my daily routine, movement, self-care. I want to try and do one house chore, like bigger thing. If that's like cleaning the bathroom, if it is purging a closet, just one thing, at least one thing during a whole week. I don't have to do one thing every day. And then my hobbies. And I have been recommended that from my psychologist. He was like, you need to do more of things that makes you happy. You need to do your hobbies more. So I'm like, yay, I love that. Who wouldn't love that? It's a doctor's recommendation. So I have written down, and as you can see, I have no problem following that. And then I have my sleep medication, how many drops I'm taking. So 10 drops is the same as one sleeping pill. And I have not been doing that because in the beginning I did 2 drops instead of 10, and that would be enough. And then of course my body starts to get used to it, so I need more. So I decided no more BS. I'm just gonna go all in, recommended dosage, and have it knock me out. And it still doesn't knock me out, does it? As you can see here. So there's no danger of that. But and there would be days where I would be super tired and feel like I don't need to take any drops because I'm gonna fall asleep right away. But as soon as my head hits the pillow, I start waking up. My head starts thinking and overthinking and being like all the things that I do not need to think about, important stuff or not. It could be like, oh, how should I set up my planner for that week? Like doing this video today. Last night, I did not fall asleep until I believe at least around 5 a.m. this morning. And the reason is I went to bed and I started overthinking. I wanted to make this video today. So my mind goes, okay, let's roll camera. It's so dumb. I'm like, I always wing it. I don't script anything when I make my videos. So why would I start making a video in my head, talking to you guys, to prepare myself for that? I know what I want to talk about. I know what I'm going to show. I don't need to do it now. I'm going to do it tomorrow. But that's how my brain works. It triggers. So I'm not going to fall for that this year, that whenever I feel tired, I'm not doing my drops. I'm going to do them anyway, just to make sure that I am ready to go to bed. And then I written down mood. I don't have food. I don't have meals. like stickers. So why not mix them? I have plenty of mood stickers, so why not make it a mood? So that is actually my dinners, Monday to Sunday. And then this is for this week. So today's Monday. I haven't done anything. I just got up and started filming. But this is, I love how this looks, but I wanted more. So since I don't journal, I wanted to set up this. So this is the front page for January, and I want to do my oracle card. I didn't do that because I do that every new moon, not full moon, but new moon, because it's new beginnings. And that came in December, so it came and went, so I didn't do that. But here is the accommodating week to this week. So here is where I set up how I'm feeling every day and one thing that I'm grateful for. So I started my planner on a Thursday. I just wrote everything down. And so I started this on a Thursday. And then on the next page, I do rapid logging. So I just get up and I write down everything I have done. I don't have to time block it. I just want to memory keep. I want to go back and see all the things that I did during the day. What did I fill my day with? And then then I have the next week. So this is this week. I haven't written down today yet how I'm feeling. This goes alongside with this week. And then I have set aside a double page for rapid logging. I do think I need to make another double page for it, but that's okay. And if I decide, if there is one day where I really feel like journaling, I can still do that and then continue rapid logging here and then do my next week, like health, how am I feeling? So that's what I will be filling this planner with. And I'm just mixing everything that I have. So these are all from the Rosy Life. This is from Temu, Rosy Life, Temu, Rosy Life. So I'm just mixing and matching whatever I have, setting things up, not thinking too much about it. So that is how my planner is working. And I have back here, I have this that came along with this from the Rosy Life sticker release paper, and I have a lot of dates and things, and then I have my little helper in here, and I am going to put this in. I know that this will be going a lot back and forth. Not sure how that's gonna look when I just when I just put it in here. But yeah, so I'm just gonna grab this, pull it out, and throw it into my purse whenever I go someplace. So yeah, and I love how this looks, and I am really, really happy. So that is my plan for 2026. No subscriptions. I don't need to buy anything. I'm just going to use whatever I have. Like you saw with the mood, I'm not going to buy new stuff. I'm going to just use whatever I have. And it doesn't bother me that I write mood. I think it's a bit funny because it's a combination of meal and food mood. So yeah. So that was everything that I had for this video. And like I said, I would love to hear from you guys if there's anything you would like me to show. And if it takes a long time, again, till my next video, now you know why. It's just because I am in the middle of a very heavy process and it really drains my energy, and that's why I don't make videos. So yeah, but I am not leaving YouTube. I'm not stopping. I will come back. I just have to do everything in my own time and in my own pace. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you in advance for all your comments, and I will see you again soon. Bye.